Hey everybody, this is your boy Legacy coming back with another gameplay commentary, and this is going to be my first video open up my new series that I'm doing on my channel. I'm still doing Legacy Breakdown, so don't worry about that. Still doing updates, but sorry I wasn't able to post this video. I've been actually planning this for a couple weeks. My computer had went down, had to get it repaired, so it was in the shop for quite a while. I miss my baby. Now that I have it back, I can definitely be releasing this content, epic content, and today I want to open up my series with, it's going to be called WOL, Words of Legacy, and here I'm going to do more serious commentaries because back in the day when I remember YouTubers first started, they used to do commentaries about life and personal experiences and things that they had to go through, things that they learned, and I really enjoyed those commentaries. You learn a lot and you really listen to a person's story, and it's usually a lot of the serious conversations are heartfelt and they teach you something usually. And when there's a good YouTuber and they know how to do it right and everything, you can really get someone thinking about what you're talking about. And here I want to start out, this is going to be a two-part video because obviously I had to open up with an introduction, and definitely before I get into it, you got to keep your eyes on, while you're listening to my sexy voice, keep your eyes on the gameplay, because I just use a B32R and I go absolutely ham on these people with a B32R, just using that. So anyway, enjoy the gameplay, and I want to talk about being a leader. Now, I can talk about it because of Shadow Unit. I've been a leader for about 4 years. Shadow Unit's been around 4 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years. Got it backwards. We started out in Halo 3. It was just really a family thing. It was just my brothers and me. And we only had one Xbox 360 at that time, so we split screen 4 players on Halo 3, and we just smashed on Halo 3s. We got in some mini tournaments, nothing too serious, but that's where Shadow Unit first started. And after a while, the Halo 3 kind of died down, and my brothers moved on to do other things, and I kept the Xbox 360 and I kept playing. So I took I kind of left Shadow Unit and went to Rising, one of my friends' clans, and I was in Rising for probably a year, and due to just bullcrap that you have to put up for the team, because obviously back then when I first started on Call of Duty I wasn't that good because I was a Halo player, switching over a whole new game, definitely different. It's still first person shooter, but everything's really different, and I wasn't too good in Modern Warfare 2, and I remember that. And I was with Rising for a while, and I remember that I used to be really good with the FAL. That's all I used to use. I used to have some sick trigger fingers, used to play search and everything. And I noticed that for clan battles I wasn't picked ever, and I was there one of the longest, and people were getting picked just because they were friends with the leader. And that kind of bothered me. Sometimes it's good to hear from somebody, good job. And I never really got that with Rising. I didn't get a good job from anybody. It was just all the players that did good, they were the only ones I got recognized. And sometimes it's good to get recognized because everybody wants to. Nobody wants to be in a clan where nobody recognizes them for anything that they could do good, and not like praise them, but you can recognize them a little bit, show some appreciation. But I was with Rising, and that happened, and I kind of got lonely. Friends would do GBs, and I really barely played with any Rising members, so I played by myself. And since Shadow Unit died, I left Rising, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take over Shadow Unit, and I'm going to do this. And when my brother officially passed over Shadow Unit to me, I took over, and we started out in Black Ops, and pretty much from there I had to start scratch up. Nobody was in the clan, it was just me. That's it. Then my sister came in, and Solar came in. Solar came in through my cousin who used to be with us. SU Clutch, if you guys remember, or Shadow X Clutch. It was never SU, but anyway, that was back in the day. He brought Talando in, and he really just stuck with me since then. But being a leader is one of the hardest things you can possibly imagine. I've seen a lot of clans, community clans, they're so big, whatever, and after like a year or so, it really just dies down. The clan's not as strong, and people just leave, and sometimes it breaks, and that happens. And with Shadow Unit, I went through that period of times probably 3 times in the whole 4 years I've been on Shadow Unit, where I had nobody, and being a leader is not meant for everybody. You have to be wise, you have to be respectful, you have to show appreciation, and you really have to really be smart, because in Shadow Unit, our clan is not just a clan. We actually care about each other like we're family. A lot of these guys are really good friends of mine that really, even though we met online, it's passed over, and Solar's a really good personal friend. We chill all the time, and he's a really good personal friend to me, and I met him online. And Jester, before he left and everything, we were good friends, or we're good friends now and everything. I'm glad he's back with us, but he was there from the beginning, and so was Eclipse. My sister, obviously, she's never left my side. She's always been with me. So I appreciate those three, really, because they stuck with me to the thick and thin, so everything was falling apart. They stuck with me, and they stuck with Shadow Unit no matter what. They were offered so many deals, and none of them ever left. And I was proud to have these generals, a strong foundation under the team, under Shadow Unit. And with a clan, there needs to be a strong foundation. There's not a strong foundation, it will not survive. And the leader has to be wise, because they can't mistreat other players. They can't disrespect people. They need to learn how to work with their team, work on the weaknesses, but praise them on their strengths, and push for their strength and practice their weaknesses. That's what a good leader is all about. And if a leader can't do that, they can't be leading, because you need to, first of all, be wise on what you tell people and how you talk to people, because everybody's different. Not everybody can take criticism, not everybody can take a joke like other people can. You really have to know your players, get to know them as people first, then as players. I feel like people first, because as players you can just really, excuse me for my term, can take a dump on them and just don't care, and they'll just be another number. But you learn them as people first. You respect them, you respect what they think, you respect what they know, you respect how they feel about certain things, and you learn how to talk with them. And that's what a true leader is meant to be. None of these leaders that I hear that just trash talk their players and don't give a damn if there's any problems or situations, and they don't really try to fix it. I've always told my players, if they ever had a problem with somebody, or even if they had a personal problem, I'm open to hear them out. I might not be able to give them all the answers, because I'm not that wise. I do know a little bit here and there, but I don't know everything. And even if I can't answer them, just for them to, I can hear them out, is what makes the difference. And you can ask any one of my players. I've always tried to be with them, be for them in the gaming world and personally. That's how I get close, and we build a relationship, and we act like a family. That's what a leader is supposed to be about. You're supposed to care about your players, but care them as people first, not players. Because, like I said, if you care about players, they're just numbers. If they don't, if they're sick or whatever, or something's going on you don't know, and you just kick them one day because they had a bad day, you could have just lost a person that could change Shadow Unit or change your team and help build that foundation so your team becomes stronger, just because of a bad play or a bad day that you didn't recognize they were going through personal problems. See, that's why a good leader recognizes their team, talks with their team, and gets to know them as people. So if there's something going on, you can be there for them as a leader, as a friend, as a brother, no matter what. That's what leadership is all about. None of these clans that have all these members and really don't give a damn, and all they're doing is trying to recruit people because they just want to. And then, like, I've heard of so many clans, like Rising broke up, and I know of so many clans that broke up because their perspective was all about treating people like players and whatever, and disrespecting people, and never really got the trust of their players. And that's what a leader is supposed to be about. Being a leader of a clan, especially, I know what I'm talking about. I've been a part of, like I said, I've owned Shadow Unit for 4 years now, and yeah, we're trying to get a pro team up, and we might not be known by everybody, but the people who do know us, they respect us. They know who we are, what we're all about. And you can see it from our YouTube videos, and you check out the channel and everything, and you see what we have to bring, and what really goes on. But I do want to wrap this up because this gameplay is almost over, and wait till you see the score with just a B3-2R. It was just ridiculous. But there will be a part 2 on Words of Legacy episode 1, title Being a Leader, because being a leader is not as easy as everybody thinks, and it's not for everybody. There are leaders and there are followers, and when you have a good team and you know them very well because of you treating them as a family and as a person first, then players, then everything will go smooth, and there'll always be ups and downs, but being a leader is also being committed. And my second part is really going to talk about commitment of being a leader. So you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this word of legacies, WOL, word of legacy. I'm sorry, there's not many legacies, but I'm the only one. But word of legacy, I hope you guys enjoy, and I dropped quite a bit, as you guys can see. I will bring you the second part, so I hope you guys enjoy this more serious commentary, and you guys, I will check you later. Peace.